Hello, my darlings. Welcome back. We are here with another fun-filled day of science, and I'm so very excited to be here with you today. I am excited to be here with you again because we get to learn about one of my favorite things this week. And this week and into next week, we are going to look at again and revisit, one of my favorite things, which are plants. Okay. Now, I was with some friends in Computerland this past week, and we were discussing something that we've been working on, and we're working with your learning. Actually, we were looking at third grade learning, and you don't know this, but we were concentrating on third grade learning because of how incredibly smart you are. And we said third graders need to learn about plants because plants are important. And we want to make sure they learn this and they understand this. And so I don't know if you knew this, but when we gave you that plant pretest or that plant quiz last time, we really wanted to know what you learned. And so we gave you that quiz. We found out your learning. And then Miss Jacobson did something silly. But also when we were talking about that, we were kind of already done learning about plants. So I did a little more talking about it, and then we moved on. And then Miss Jacobson did something silly. And Miss Jacobson never gave you a post-test. So then I never tested you again about our learning. And that was a mistake. But based on your answers, I also realized that I didn't do the best job I could in teaching you about our information. So what I want to do is I want to give you a little bit more information about these plant parts as we go on this week, and then as you look at your quiz. So as you look at your quiz this week, so you will recognize this quiz you receive in Seesaw. But as you look at this quiz, I want you to pay special attention to what each plant part does, but also how it helps the plant survive and thrive, okay? So how it helps it live, but also how it helps it grow and live really well, okay? So today we are looking at roots. So here I have pictures of roots on my screen, and I have pictures because I want to show you lots of different kinds. So here we have roots, and here's a problem root already because if these two trees are planted really close together, then they can't grow very well because they end up competing for the same space to live, and that's not very good. But, so all of these roots, as you can see, have all of these other little root hairs, is what they're called. I'm going to click on this one. So each of these bigger, thick strings here is the root, and then all of these little ones is called a root hair. And each of these roots, so the bigger, darker ones, the thicker ones, help get water to the plant. Okay, whether it's a tree, whether it's a flower, or something like a fern, it's all plants. So a tree is a type of plant still. And so what those roots do is they help bring water and nutrients that are in the soil to the plant to help it grow. And so then what each of these root hairs does, the root hairs also help to bring water and nutrients to the plant. They help extend or expand the surface area or the distance that the roots spread out so that they can also get more space for the root to be able to reach out to gather water and nutrients for the plant. Okay, and some roots go underground, as you can see here. Some kind of sit on top of the ground or ride along the surface. It depends on what those plants need. Here you can see there's roots underneath, and here you can see they spread out. And then there are two different kinds of roots. So these are fibrous roots, where it's kind of all the little strings spread out, gathering water and nutrients in lots of different little small spaces. And then there are tap roots, kind of like a carrot or a beet or an onion. Those are examples of tap roots. So like a carrot is a vegetable, and that's the part of the vegetable that you eat, but that's actually a root. Those are called root vegetables, actually. And it lives underground, grows underground, but that's the part that gathers nutrients for itself. And then it actually grows a big green stalk up here. And that green stalk gathers sunlight to help the rest of the root or the plant gain energy so that it can continue growing. Okay. So here's fibrous roots. Here's some more examples of tap root systems. Here's another fibrous root. So here's a beet, a carrot. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. And then another thing roots do, here's some roots that broke open a pipe. Fibrous roots also help to maintain the structure of the ground. They kind of help hold everything still. How many of you have ever tried to pull grass up? Grass is a plant, but it also has a really strong root system. Okay, so if you ever try to grab a handful of grass and pull, it's really, really hard, right? Like if you do that and you just pull up the green, it's because the top of the grass broke and the roots are still in the ground. So the root system on grass is very, very strong. Okay, so the roots are very strong and they help hold the ground together. But the roots of a plant, of a plant, help hold it strong. So if this is the ground and you're a plant and you don't have a strong root system, if the wind comes along, you might just blow all over. But if you have a strong root system and you can spread out and help support yourself, no matter which direction the wind is coming from, if you have roots supporting you from all sides, no matter which way you get blown around, you're going to be able to hang on and be able to stand up and withstand that storm. So the roots are also very helpful there. All right, as you can see here, these roots are all around that area. Okay, so the roots help to get water into the plant, water and nutrients into the plant. They help hold the ground together, and they help support the structure of the plant and keep it in the ground. Okay, and then there are also two kinds, fibrous roots and tap roots. Okay, so I'd like at least two of those things as answers on your quiz page today when you answer for what is the structure or what is the purpose of the roots. Okay, now this is a quiz and we're going to talk about each page of the quiz as we go through this. Okay, so we're going to learn about one part of the plant each day. So please do not work ahead. Go through it day by day. And it should be one slide each day. And this will take us up until winter break. So this week, and then the 2 days of next week. Okay? I will see you guys tomorrow, and I can't wait to see you then. Have a good day, everyone.